Hello, everybody. That's how we start the vlogs. My name is Savannah.
We're halfway done. You just blocked your whole entire face.
We're halfway done. Woo! What do you want me to?
Can you I need to cut this off. Thank you. Okay.
We like each other. Oh, you're leaving. Great. What?
Hold my hands.
Lock in.
You lock in.
Where are you going?
Okay, ready? I can't.
We are halfway through the Bible in the Year program. Please, God help.
We are halfway
to kill you. Yeah, about time. Finally, after the 9th minute of trying to record this, we're gonna pull up.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yep, you just found it perfectly right in the first page of Genesis. That's exactly where it says it.
We are halfway through our Bible in a Year challenge. This is the end of quarter 2. I'm practically crying over here because it took us so many times to film this intro. But basically, the theme of this quarter is grace. And we're gonna get into everything. We're gonna get into all the details. I got a little drink for our session. If you know me, I have just been obsessed with matcha it's honestly probably been at least a solid year now. I love it so much, but I'm really health conscious. So for me, it's really important that it is organic, ceremonial grade, and all of that. So FKRO was super nice. They sent me this matcha to try. It's a Samadori cultivar. I think I'm saying that right, but I'm not sure. It's actually a really affordable one. You can get it straight from Amazon. What I really like about it is that it's first harvest, stone ground, single origin, shaded leaves. It's all of the things that are really important when you are looking for a good matcha. But it's really yummy. It has that rich, nutty kind of flavor to it. So this is what I brought for my little drinky drink for getting through video today.
Catching up on our readings.
So that was a little spoiler alert. Anyways, I just want to show you the cup that it's in. We were just in Europe and the Nutella cup is super cute there. It was Emily in Paris themed and I just thought it was precious. It was a glass thing. So I thought it was perfect for my little matchas when I just need a little bit, not a lot. So yeah, this is what it is in today. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight in from there. If you are interested in the matcha, if you want an affordable one, the link will be in the description box. Other than that, let's get into it. So we started off by saying that the word of the quarter was grace. You wanna get into why that is?
We are 13 days behind as of July 5th. So we are not halfway yet. We're very close to the halfway mark.
Actually not.
But we're past the halfway point in the calendar year.
Correct. So this quarter, we experienced basically what it is like when you try to do a daily habit and then life gets in the way. Because we went on a 2-week Europe trip, which was really awesome. And then we also had family visit for 2 separate weeks. So we, in this quarter, have experienced where you kind of just don't have the time or space for a lot of extra things. A lot of, I don't know, just the daily habits, honestly.
Excuse me. Sorry, try it again. I tried to fight that.
We just basically experienced times this quarter where it was hard to fit things in. And I think that can be a big deterrent for people, just knowing oh, I have this big thing coming up, or what if this? Because we all know that over the course of 365 days, it's hard to do a habit every single day. So I kind of want to talk about that because what are you laughing at?
Nothing. Go ahead. Go talk about it for me.
Finally getting into flow.
Yeah, talk about it for me.
Yeah, we want to talk about it because the most that we've gotten behind was 16 days, which is insane because if you watch our quarter 1 recap, we were talking about how getting behind 4 was basically the end of the world. We're if you get behind 4, good luck. We're behind 11 now because we were at 2 this morning. So we're behind 11 now, but we were behind 16. When we were in Europe, we were there for 2 weeks, like I said, we got behind 8. What really happened when we really had the downfall is when we came back, we jumped straight into things with work and everything. And we just we weren't able to find the time. Then we had some family visit.
We were 8 days back. We're behind. We started reading there and we were getting caught back up. And then those last few days of Europe it was very busy and very hectic with just the traveling and then the Airbnb mess up that we had.
Yeah, because essentially what happened is we started out our trip in a lot of cities where we weren't there for very long, but we were trying to fit a lot in. So we started out in London and then went to Paris. All these vlogs are going to be on the channel, by the way, so look out for those. At some point during Italy, we had more of a chill time. Like we gave ourselves more downtime, and then we started getting caught up. So we would read a couple. Even when we were driving places, we had a car when we were in Tuscany, and I would read some in the car. That was one thing too I want to say is like, we really like reading in our physical Bibles. That's been something that has been really helpful and like really nice for us. And if you've seen my channel, I am definitely a Kindle girl, but when it comes to my Bible, I prefer the physical book. I have all these like notations inside, lots of highlights. I just think there's really something about physically being in the Word, and that's my personal preference. We had talked about, let's back up. So we're doing the Bible in 365 program. And so this is the program developed by Erica Kirk. She works with the pastor on it as well. And basically it is just this free program. I'll have the link below, where for 365 days of the year, you read the Bible, and it's broken down by Old Testament, New Testament, and Psalms or Proverbs every single day. So you get those readings, and it's just really cohesive. We honestly, like, we're still loving the program, wouldn't you say? Like I'm so happy with this program. You don't need like an extra booklet or anything. It's just very seamless. So with that, they have the readings physically in the app, and that's what we did. We obviously didn't take our Bibles with us to Europe. So when we did the readings, we just did them physically on our phones. I do want to say that I did notice a couple places where there were errors, like my text would be cut off and then it would be on Brandon's phone or vice versa. So I guess be careful if you're reading the Bible, just make sure that it's all there if you're using the app. It is funny when you look back at how this is why we're behind.
Maybe I need some of the matcha.
So back to being behind, I just want to say that I think if you know that your life gets busy and you know that you're going to get really behind, I would say definitely don't let that discourage you. Even right now, I am a little bit frustrated being that the quarter's over and we still have, it looks like 6 readings left for June. That is a little bit frustrating to me and I don't love it. However, when we were looking at this to prepare for the video, I just was like aware of, we're halfway through the Bible. Like when you look at the Old Testament now, we're like 500 pages in with where we're at. And you look at these readings, and I didn't write some of the ones when we were in Europe, so you can't see, but like we've read so much and I'm just like really proud of that. And I think
538 pages of the Old Testament.
Yeah, like look how thick that is. And so I think just what we've learned and just being in the Word, and even though it's not every single day, the frequency is like astronomically higher than the previous year or like any other years. And so this is an encouragement to you that even though our word is grace, like we totally needed grace, we've been behind for most of the quarter, it's okay because we're going to get caught up. Like at any point in being behind, were you ever like, let's just throw in the towel? No. And that's the thing is like, we're just so committed to this. And so yeah, life happens and we're a little bit behind right now. But what we've been doing to catch up is basically just on days when we're both off, which honestly is pretty rare, but on days where like we have the time, usually when Brandon's off is when we try to do it, we'll read 3 or 4. So we'll read like 1 or 2 in the morning, 1 or 2 in the evening. And then even yesterday, like we didn't get to read. And so we got behind again. And it is a little frustrating, but we have a goal and I think we're gonna get caught up probably within the next few days, would you say? We were not perfect. And as humans, we are not perfect and it is okay. And by the end of the year, we're still gonna have the Bible read, and that is wild.
The only comment that I would make is about what you just spoke about, is just having the grace and just staying consistent. And just because you get a few days behind, don't stop.
Right, just keep going. And you decided to read the Bible in a year for a reason. And so go for it. And I also want to encourage you, if you're watching this midway through the year, it's not too late. You can start the program in July, like start it now, and then you'll just finish halfway through the year next year. Like it is absolutely never too late to start. There are not very many things that I would say like where just reading for 10, 15 minutes a day where I have learned so much. Like my knowledge is just exponentially grown throughout this. Yeah, I just think it's really, really worth it. So next I'm gonna just talk about what books we actually got through in the Bible. Like what does it actually look like to read the Bible for 3 months straight? Now these are their reading logs. These are free on the website. You can just print these out if you want to, or you don't have to. You can just look straight in the app. Brandon doesn't print them out, I do, but I think it's helpful to just reference. So for April, we finished Numbers and Deuteronomy, which meant we finished all of the first 5 books of the Bible, which was huge. I remember that being like a milestone where I was like, that's really cool. And then in May, we finished Luke, Joshua, and Judges. And in June, 1 Samuel, John, and 2 Samuel. So that is 8 total. So in the second quarter, we read 8 books of the Bible, which means, where's my phone at? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So being halfway in, we've read 14 books of the Bible. Do you see the little bunny out there? That we've read 14 books of the Bible, which is crazy because that means we have a lot to get through in the second quarter. So a lot of them must be short. It's been really good. We read through all of the Gospels at this point. We really liked Luke because we felt like Luke gave a lot of additional context, and then John gave even more context. Now we're reading in Acts. And that's so cool because it's after Jesus' ascension into heaven and reading about, honestly, like Peter literally raised somebody from the dead, you know? And I know Peter was a disciple, so I don't want to say he's just like us, but he was human. He is not the Son of God. You know, he's just a disciple of Jesus, and he raised somebody that was dead back to life. So I think it's really eye-opening reading about those things. We read about Saul, you know, Saul, and that's huge. So we read the whole Paul story. We're seeing how he's working in Acts, you know, the things he's doing after Jesus is in heaven. And it is just really cool to be reading those things because when we were in Rome, we actually saw Peter and Paul's prison cell. We actually went into it. There's a church, and then you can pay to go down into the cell. So we were literally standing in that prison cell where Paul spent the last of his days. They starved him basically. And just connecting the dots there, like we've physically been in that place. So I think reading about it is just really impactful. So that's definitely something that's been interesting. As far as Psalms, Proverbs, we're still in Psalm. I think we'll be there for a while. And yeah, the Old Testament, Ruth. We also finished Ruth. So we finished 9. Yeah, because Ruth is a short one. With the Old Testament, the names are still a thing.
Abi-Albon, the Arbathite. Asmaveth, the Barhumite. Elihabah, the Shalbonite. Ahiam, son of Sherar, the Hirite. Eliphalet, son of Ahasbai, son of the Machathite.
How was that for you?
Great.
We're still kind of like fumbling over the names, but we said in our first recap, like we don't really know how they're said. So you just say it. Like you just have to kind of get over that. And then as far as comprehension, how do you feel that's going?
Good. I mean, I feel like it's hard to remember what happens in each book, but when people talk about it, I at least know about it.
Right, like when there's a sermon, you're like, oh, like it can come up. And yeah, one of the things that I was saying about this challenge is we are reading and we are certainly trying to understand as we go, but this isn't really a Bible study. This is getting through the Bible, and then later from there we can study it more, but we're still learning a ton along the way. And I think for the most part, I follow what's going on. Like for the most part, when we're reading, I know what's happening. Sometimes we stop and we question, we figure it out together. But there have been a few times where I'm not 100% sure what's happening. And it's usually like, I don't know, there was a lot of battles we were just reading about. And then it's just like minor details. And that's one thing I was really nervous about is just, am I going to understand what I'm reading? And the answer is yes. And again, I do think The Chosen really helped us for New Testament. So I recommend, if you're new to all of this, watching The Chosen. That really helps. And then there's a series on Amazon, I think it's on Amazon also, it's David.
Yeah.
And we just read all about David and Goliath, David's kingship. We just read all of that.
I think it's on Prime. It's on one of them.
Okay. Yeah, and now we're in 1 Kings and we're reading about his son, David's son. So I think that now is an appropriate time for us to be reading that. So maybe we'll be able to give you some updates in quarter 3. But that's pretty much all I have for you. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Short and sweet one.
Stay consistent.
Yeah, stay consistent. Don't get behind.
And just
don't get behind like us.
You can still get behind because it's the Bible in a year.
Right,
so
it's a big goal. It's a daunting goal.
Regardless, we're going to have the Bible read in the whole year.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I think it actually ends in January, like January 5th. But that is all from us. We love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for quarter 3 and quarter 4 updates. And I have like a bigger thing planned for quarter 4. Love you all so much. Oh, and if you are interested in matcha, make sure you check out
FKRO.
FKRO on Amazon. All right. Love you all so much. Bye.